Gonna tell you something, oh wait, hold on, it starts with the morning, or maybe mid-afternoon. Hard to say, the light was doing that thing where it leaks through the blinds like it's got somewhere better to be anyway. Coffee, yeah, coffee was involved, bitter back like I'm acting at it, like I had something to prove to nobody in particular, but still important. And the ghetto glade that I got to do the punctuation mark I didn't ask for. And that reminds me, clicks. You ever notice how some songs you learn to finish like they decided the moment's over before you have like doors like that, why that is late, right, so I'm standing there, kitchen tile cold, thinking about something I definitely forgotten more than I had invited, or at least I told myself it did at the time, which is basically the same thing. It isn't, that it isn't, that it isn't. There was a pen, definitely a pen. Not new, not old enough to be sentimental either. Just sort of existing in that middle space where objects wait patiently to disappoint you. I cracked a neck note, 2, no, wait, 1, but I kicks it a 2, which feels relative somehow. And shells, God, shells, how they break like they got secrets, and you're the last one to know. I should stay on track, I had a point, there was a point, it was simple, even beautifully simple. But then the radio started talking, not music, talking about weather system or economic decline, or a guy who lost a parrot named Stephen, and suddenly I'm invested in Stephen. Where is Stephen? Who names a parrot Stephen? And I'm drifting like that thought is a boat, and I cut the road myself just to see what would happen. Anyway, food, breakfast, lunch, conceptually there's heat now. There's oil doing that shimmer thing like it's pretending to be important. And I reach for seasoning confidently like a man who has never once been wrong about anything. Drawer opens, no resistance, which should have been the first sign. But instead I'm thinking about drawers, how they always feel like they contain more meaning than they do. Like you open them expecting desolation and you get batteries and disappointment. And at this point, I should have noticed. But then no, because the spoon fell and the sound echoed, and I thought about echoes and caves. And that one dark melee where a guy yelled for 6 seconds, and it came back to him like a ghost that knew his name. And suddenly I'm in a cave, not literally, obviously, but emotionally, which is worse, arguably, depending on your stance on rats. And I've completely lost the thread. Right, okay, this is it. This is the thing. Panic heat moment. I reach for pepper. Nothing. I check again, because denial is a powerful organizational system. Still nothing. And all of this has been about the fact that I realize, standing there, mid-thought, mid-life, mid-everything, I'm out of pepper. I'm out of pepper. I'm out of pepper. But it's fine. I use salt.